The last home weekend of the regular season for Syracuse, and the Orange are focused on defending their home ice. But in their way are the Lindenwood Lions, the westernmost team in the AHA, as the playoff push in the AHA begins to heat up. Right now, Syracuse in position to host in the first round of the conference tournament, but they were swept by Penn State last week, while Lindenwood, on the other hand, they took all 6 points in a sweep of Delaware, and 2 wins against the Cuse this weekend would vault the Lions into the top 4. A lot to play for here this afternoon and here this weekend at the Tennedy Ice Pavilion. And welcome inside, Eddie McCarthy alongside Evan Harrington. Third member of our crew is Andrew Della Piana. Well, 3 weeks away, Evan, from the start of playoffs, but in terms of the intensity, both coaches are saying playoff hockey's already begun.
Yeah, Syracuse started the new year 4-0, dropping their last 2 against Penn State.
Both teams averaging significantly less than a goal per game. Let's start with Syracuse. Coach McIntyre says Bright Nutarnucci is really close to breaking through. And while we wait, let's welcome in our friend here to the broadcast booth. Here is Otto. Otto the Orange joining us. It's fall break after all. There he is. Otto certainly hoping that it will count. Otto, what do we think? Goal or no goal? Goal? No goal.
Otto thinks it's in the back of the net.
Otto thinks it's a goal. 142nd career win. How about this? Run, Coach, run. You got more pace than that. Keep it going.
Coach Mack trying to outrun, but
gets wedged free to Lundmark. Near side pass for Mitchell Chafee, and the cruncher out. Stretch pass Peltier down left wing. Furry cuts to the net. They find him. He scores! What a goal! Zambrano. Still Zambrano. Zambrano! A backflip and give him 3. Here Mott will set right to the middle in Sequoia Lane. Look out! Another 3-2. That is ripped into center field. Back it goes. It is gone. Grand slam Reagan Hickey. And it's a 7 spot in the first inning for the Hoos. We'll redo the offensive zone draw. 13:49 on the first period clock. 1-0 Providence behind the deflection goal. 2:52 into the period by Navrin Mutter. Colin Felix picked up the lone assist for the Bruins. Top line out for the Crunch. Geeky in between Jacob Peltier and Nick Aberzizi, who is filling in for Mitchell Chafee, was called up by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Bruins win the draw, get it to the near side. James Hagans, Bruins first-round pick last year, selected 7th overall in just his 5th professional game, dumps in. Max Groshev, backhand pass near side looking for Peltier, picked off by Hagans. Hagans got double-teamed, and Peltier backhands out to center ice, and Soderstrom corrals in his own zone for Providence. Near side for Ty Gallagher. His pass missed Hagans and goes the length of the ice, but icing is waved off. Halverson, the pass up ahead for Nick Aberzizi. Gains the red line, wrists it in. Far side boards, Jacob Peltier takes the pop from Felix. Peltier out there with Aberzizi and Pekka, who's come on. Back to the right point for Mitchell. Ian Mitchell waits towards goal. Score! Deflected in front, Matthew Pekka. And Syracuse has tied the game. 13:02 in the first period. It's 1-1. Lopez a base hit her first time up as she continues to gradually heat up. Not a great start to the year in ACC play, but they will need her down the stretch to make a push for the ACC tournament, because right now, as we brought up in the very beginning of the show, the Orange on the outside looking in.
Yeah, currently 13th in the ACC, but they've got some games coming up against some opponents that you think they should beat. Notre Dame, one of those opponents, coming in just 3 wins ahead of Syracuse, sitting at 6 in conference. Syracuse 3 wins in ACC play, so if you can take at least 2 out of 3 against the Irish, you feel pretty good about the last 2 ACC series.
A lot of softball this week for both teams. For Syracuse, it's the first of 5 games. 1-2 to Lopez. She looks more comfortable.
She really does. And that's one of those glimmers that we've seen that Coach Depking talked about. You know, Madeline Lopez was so good last year, led the team in RBI, total bases, doubles, runs. Haven't quite seen that this year.
1-2, and Lopez has another hit. dunks it over the shortstop, Raffaelli, and the Syracuse two-hole hitter is 2 for 2. All tied up at 13. You picking up a theme here?
It's a bit of a back and forth. Like you said, these teams are evenly matched up, but again, a glaring category so far. The kill, Syracuse with 12 and Boston College just with 7. That was the story of the other night, and BC going to have to find a way to get going offensively.
Jason Kennedy for Boston College said it's going to be the small adjustments that are going to make the biggest differences because these two teams are so evenly matched. Lorio stuffed again by the Boston College block. That's maybe the biggest difference here in the first set. BC's block has been much stronger.
Yeah, the Eagles don't have it going on the offensive side in order to match Syracuse, but when you can block this well as they have been doing, that stunts the Syracuse offense. It really gives them the big advantage.
George has to set for the Orange. Maeva sets at the left pin for McLaughlin, handled down the line by Ross. George flying out of the back row, Yellen with another sprawling play. And another. This time it's Lorio diving. What defense we've seen here in the first set. Finally, Boston College will take the point. It's the second long rally they've taken. And we will take our media timeout with Boston College up by 2, 15-13 BC here in the first set.